News at 5:30. Watching out for you.
It makes me want to move out of the city I love.
A problem property is a terror to the people who live nearby.
KOIN 6 wants to know who's responsible for letting this vacant house get so out of control. Since we first published this article online just a few hours ago, there have been a number of new developments in the story related to the property owners. We'll get to that breaking information in a moment. But first, Elise Haas is here with her investigation into the history of this house and what comes next. Elise?
So vacant houses like this can have a devastating impact on neighborhoods, especially when they create crime or inspire fear. If an owner isn't actively managing and monitoring the upkeep, a house can deteriorate into a state of despair, pose health and safety hazards, and attract squatters and criminal activity. This house on 139th and East Burnside is a prime example.
I believed it was a decent neighborhood.
Born and raised in the Portland area, Jacob and Beth Adams bought a house in the Hazelwood neighborhood in 2017. They had nice neighbors living next door.
Very cordial, share a cup of sugar type of neighbors.
The old owners sold the house in 2020, but the new owners never moved in. The Adams have watched the property next door to them go from looking like this listing photo online to this.
And in the last 3 years, it's gone exponentially downhill.
Within months of this sale, countless squatters moved in. We obtained public records showing emergency crews have responded directly to this house 36 times since the new ownership.
Stay in the house.
This was one of them.
When we almost lost our house and the fence burned, I no longer was going to take this silently.
911 records show firefighters have put out half a dozen blazes at this abandoned house. Portland police have responded to numerous calls for crimes like theft, disturbances, suspicious people, and shots fired.
And there was a drive-by shooting for someone who owed money that was living on this land. And just having the property owner saying, essentially, if you don't like it, move. Like, I'm the problem because I'm annoying him with things that could actually end my life.
So who owns this deteriorating property? The answer is Aaron Mitchell of LaModa, one of Oregon's largest marijuana dispensary companies.
It's really disappointing. I mean, to do business in our city, but yet, treat the neighbors this way, it's not okay.
It looks like they requested to dispense marijuana on this site, which honestly I'm okay with. Anything that's better than burning my house and having gunshots fly by me.
Meanwhile, the smell of fentanyl and the signs of burnt foil perpetually permeate the property.
We've been dealing with the Bureau of Development Services for years, and they have been outstanding, but they can't do anything about the people staying there.
The Portland Bureau of Development Services has issued more than half a dozen code violation cases on this house since 2021. So far, the city has charged the owner, Aaron Mitchell, nearly $12,000 in liens, which continue to accrue interest. City code enforcement inspectors have repeatedly gone to the house to deal with issues like illegal camping, fires, disabled vehicles, trash and debris, ultimately condemning the structure. The property is such a problem. Code enforcement recently took a case to a city hearings officer, asking for a series of orders, which would give the city the power to remove squatters and demolish the house at the owner's expense, putting yet another pricey lien on the property.
I believe this property and associated dangerous structural conditions are consuming a disproportionate amount of city resources and creating a negative impact on the surrounding community that a vacate order and subsequent demolition are necessary.
But the property owner, Aaron Mitchell, didn't show up to the hearing, nor has he paid the property taxes for 2022 that were due in November and February, according to the Department of County Management.
We feel victimized by the irrefutable safety issues which happen so often.
The Adams recently took their troubles to the city of Portland.
We cannot stand by and continue to report without change.
Evoking tears and empathy from Commissioner Mingus Mapps and promises of help from Renee Gonzalez and Mayor Ted Wheeler.
My hope is that the owners become better humans, that they take care of the neighborhood, and if they don't have it within themselves, that the city will step in and take over the property.
As of April 18th, The city was granted authority to board up and clean up the property immediately. The city has the power to demolish in October if the property owner doesn't step in. While the city has been doing what it legally can to fix this, the responsibility lies with the business owners who signed the dotted line. According to public records, Mitchell filed for a permit to turn this property into a dispensary in 2020, but so far hasn't acted on it. So we reached out to the owners of LaModa, Aaron Mitchell and Rosa Cazares, for comment. The couple says it is completely understandable that neighbors are frustrated. We want them to know that we are working as quickly as possible to demolish this structure and redevelop the property. We have already hired a contractor, filed permits, paid deposits, and are awaiting final approval to proceed. We are sorry this process has taken so long. So in recent weeks, after media and government pressure, the neighbors tell me that the owners erected this fence around the property, which they say has helped deter some of the unwanted activity. But who are the marijuana business owners behind the LaModa empire?
And they just have a lot of money, and this is how they treat the neighborhoods they own.
There is so much more to this story, and I'm still digging into the business owners and their tens of thousands of dollars of political donations. I'm following the money to get answers from local politicians who accepted campaign donations from this couple.
And Elise, it was just this morning you learned about a connection between the property, the business owners, and the Oregon Secretary of State?
Yeah, so I found out that Shamiga Fagan has been a consultant for LaModa, and she's going to continue to work for them. And the Secretary of State's office has confirmed that information. In addition to that, because of her relationship with the owners and this company, the Secretary of State actually recused herself from an audit on the cannabis industry that is going to be coming out tomorrow. So, of course, naturally, a couple of hours ago, we have reached out to the Secretary of State asking for an interview to understand her arrangement with this company. We're still waiting to hear back about that.
Right. That's not the only thing in all this, because you mentioned Rosa Cazares, CEO of LaModa. Something else she's known for is that she is also serving as the vice chair for City of Portland's Cannabis Oversight Team. And I know you've got an update on that tonight.
In just the last hour, the Bureau of Development Services reached out to me to tell me that Rosa Cazares has been removed from that board, effective immediately.
It seems because of the media pressure on this story that there's developments that just happened this afternoon. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I've been talking with the Bureau of Development Services for over a month about this. So I've been kind of had an idea that this was going to be an issue. But yes, it has definitely got everything on their radar from the city side, everything down the line.
Okay, Elise, as always, great reporting. This story isn't over yet, and I know you're going to have much more for us in the coming days. Elise, thanks.
We've got much more.